Hey, welcome to Tech Factuala, where you can stay up to date with the latest progress of technologies and gadgets. If you felt stuck in a noisy room, don't worry. You can easily reduce the noise in your room by adding sound-absorbing materials and projects by yourself. Add materials to your walls, floors, and doors that can absorb sound waves and make your room quieter. You can also use objects and decor that will reduce the noise in your room by preventing sound waves from deflecting and absorbing them. Our home should serve as quiet, peaceful respite from the hustle and bustle of the outside world. But that's becoming increasingly more difficult as the world gets busier and noisier every day, especially if you're working still from home and need some solitude to get everything done. So today, we will be counting down 5 creative DIY ways to soundproof your room. If you want to be updated about top technologies, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content like this in the future. And don't forget to click that bell icon to be the first to know when our new videos go up. Let's begin with 5 creative DIY ways to soundproof your room. Number 1. Build bookcases for room. Bookshelves can keep a room calm. That is because racks loaded with books take mass and mass assimilate sound. Simply make certain to assemble the bookshelf to reach out from the floor as far as possible up to the roof, and keep the racks loaded up with books and magazines. But don't worry if you can build a bookcase easily for your room to make it soundproof. Take some hardwoods and plywood. Make the plywood boxes fitted with a hardware base frame. This piece looks built-in because it spans from wall to wall. Then trim the molding at the ceiling and floor. Use 3/4 of an inch birch wood plywood for the cases, 4x4 sustainably harvested African mahogany for the face frames, and 3/4 of an inch mahogany plywood for the sides surrounding the doorway. With moderate skills and some patience, it will not be hard to make this bookcase for room to fit any space and place your books in a bookcase with sequences to make it look amazing. Number 2. Reduce reflected noise. Noise reflects off of hard surfaces, similar to dividers, floors, roofs, adding to the general clamor inside a room. To reduce sound reflection, cover bare walls and even ceilings with something soft, so sounds like voices, barking, or even commotion created by a running vacuum cleaner won't reflect. A shag rug on the ceiling with rubber tile mats on the walls softens annoying noise within the apartment, while also absorbing racket from adjacent units. You can cut the rug in different decorated shapes and can put some images of cartoons in the form of clothes in it to enhance its looks. Sound doesn't only bounce off walls, it can also be reflected by hardwoods as well. If your room has a hard surface floor, wood, tile, or laminate, the simplest solution is to lay down an area rug to help absorb noise. And again, thick rugs are better than thin ones. Also, buy an extra thick pad for under the rug for additional sound protection. You probably know that nothing muffles pesky sounds in a high-traffic area more than carpet. So if you have hardwood floors, it makes sense to throw down a thick rug. But there's also a little-known tip by slipping a density rug pad underneath, and it will boost your rug's sound-squashing potential. Number 3. Soundproof a room for free with blankets. If you're looking for a way to soundproof a room by utilizing something you already have at home, blankets are your answer. It is a DIY tip and an easy way to make your room soundproof. Even though extending blankets over dividers and windows may not be the most aesthetically cheerful solution, it is successful for a wide range of emergencies. For blankets to work as effective noise blockers, they need to be as thick and dense as possible. People have reported success with wool blankets used for this purchase. Make sure the blanket is covering the entire surface of the wall and preferably windows, and feel free to add layers. A DIY trick rapidly growing in popularity is using heavy moving blankets for soundproofing. These blankets are intended to protect your belongings when moving, which is why they're very thick. Fortunately, they are also somewhat soundproof, as well as much cheaper than some professional soundproofing equipment. Whether you're working with regular blankets or soundproof ones, you can. For extra style points, you could install curtain railings around the wardrobe or along the walls and suspend blankets all over the room. Number 4. Stylish twist. Hang some soundproof curtains. Just like blankets, curtains can be utilized to mollify and ingest sounds before they can hit hard surfaces like drywall, wooden furnishings, or glass windows. However, even heavy soundproof curtains are often considered a less effective alternative to soundproof blankets. Still, I'd say that curtains are especially good for soundproofing simply because they are more attractive than blankets. You could have some thick pieces of clothes at home, just pick them together, cut them using scissors, and sew them into a glamorous look and hang them at the windows. On the whole, soundproofing blankets are designed with musicians in mind. If you're going to be bringing partners over, soundproof curtains might be the way to go. And if you don't want to invest in actual soundproof curtains, you could just use any thicker curtains you've got. You could even layer the curtains on top of each other. I recommend putting lighter curtains closer to the wall or window and thicker ones on top. However, keep in mind that not all curtains are equally soundproof. You should be careful to make the right selection of material. Likewise, keep in mind to cover a few inches of the wall next to the window to make sure there is no leakage. Number 5. Door weather stripping. Interior doors don't typically have climate stripping, but adding some around the perimeter of the doorway can help mute sounds. Strip and stick froth elastic climate stripping structures an exceptionally close seal and is moderate and simple to introduce. Felt is one of the oldest types of weather stripping. It comes in rolls with or without adhesive backing, and is very affordable and surprisingly effective at blocking out noise. In the building hallway from the comfort of your sofa, chances are there are some big air gaps around your front door. Sealing these leaks will quiet the chatter. Sound travels on air, and any gap you can see light through will also let sound through. If you have a large gap under your room door, add a door sweep. Use a commercial-grade sweep with a thick rubber strip that seals against the threshold. This will keep out any dust, bugs, and drafts as well as noise. If the rest of the door doesn't close tightly against the door jambs, seal along the sides and top of the door with foam weather stripping. So these were our 5 creative DIY ways to soundproof your room. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you can join the Tech Factuala squad and be a part of our channel. Thanks for watching!